West, WXOS HD1 East St. Louis, 101 ESPN is driven by Auto Centers Nissan, home of the lifetime warranty and 30-day return.
Yes. Welcome in. It's Balloon Party driven by Munganess, St. Louis Acura, and Alton Toyota. My name is Tim McKernan. What an honor for you people to be able to hear me for the next hour. I hope that doesn't come off as condescending.
I don't think it does.
Good. It's not what I was going for. It's just who I am.
Right.
That's Action Jackson. Here's the deal, Jackson. We are doing TMA live from the Ascension Charity Classic tomorrow at Norwood Hills Country Club.
That's right.
I'll be playing in the Pro-Am. People are wondering, am I a pro or am I an am? Well, I still have a few years before I'll be playing on the Champions Tour.
Yeah. You can still play in the U.S. Am.
Yeah, which is where I probably will play. But I'm playing in it today. And then we'll be out there tomorrow. And because we're out there, Josh Innes of KC95 will be hosting this party tomorrow, this balloon party. How about that?
Love
and then
it.
we're back on Friday. So you called today a Wide Berth Wednesday.
I sure did.
I am in the mood to go deep diving. I want a deep dive. Mm-hmm. But as you know, as the person who comes up with the Lil Piddles Angry Beaver half and half, we can wrap up 6-shooter.
Yeah, Sports Business Newsletter.
Sports Business that my synapses need to be fired, and then once they are, away we go. But I don't know what the deep dive can be. You text it in, and the next thing you know is that's the show.
Right.
314-399-9646. You might say, I don't want to do that. Okay, well, how about I incentivize you?
Please.
101 ESPN has your chance to score a pair of tickets to see Jason Aldean's Highway Desperado Tour with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Corey Ken, DJ Silver at Hollywood Casino Amphitheater on Friday, September 15th. Text in 314-399-9646 for your chance to win free tickets to see Jason Aldean next Friday. You can also find a bonus chance to register to win tickets at 101ESPN.com or on your 101 mobile app. The deep dive suggestion of the day gets the Jason Aldean tickets. There you go.
Yep.
There you go.
There's the incentive right there.
I'm in the mood. Sometimes I'm not in the mood to share. Sometimes I only want to give my body away to one person.
Right.
Today, everybody come in the room. I'm available.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
And those are my favorite days when you are just up for snatch grabs.
I am up for snatch grab today.
Yeah, those are the days I look forward to most. You never know when they're coming, but when they are. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's the thing is it's just got to spark the littlest of fires. And once
and then
it does,
away we go.
It's like the last firework.
It can be anything.
Yeah, truly.
All right, fair enough. So there it is. And if we select it, you get the Jason Aldean tickets for the concert next Friday night. In the meantime, Jackson, you have the Lil Piddles Angry Beaver. Today's a half and half?
Yeah, it's more sports business than anything.
Okay.
But it is certainly a half and half because there are some relevant sports topics in there as well. I hate to keep harping on this, but to me, this is the only story that should be the lead, and it's the Spectrum and ESPN deal.
Okay. Well, what's your question? What is new today that we didn't have yesterday?
Well, Andrew Marchand of the New York Post reports that Monday night's game with Aaron Rodgers and the Jets taking on Josh Allen and the Bills could be the moment where the Spectrum ESPN issue could be settled.
Oh.
Marchand says Monday is a 50-50 shot that the issues could come to an end, but also says he really doesn't know anything, and saying that this could be the thing that turns the tide. Does
he base this on anything, or he just says, I don't really know anything?
He says that I was looking in this article that he wrote on the New York Post, and I was desperately looking for like one piece of information that could give me any sort of hope that this could be true. It just seemed to me, though, that he's kind of being told some things they can't really report on out there, and so this is his thoughts. But again, he also did say that he is not positive. Like, he's basically saying, I don't know. But Monday, my question is, if it doesn't happen by Monday, because this will be a full weekend of college sports, including Alabama and Texas and some other marquee matchups, first week in the NFL, obviously not on ESPN until Monday night, with Aaron Rodgers taking on the Bills. If it doesn't happen on Monday, will Spectrum customers looking down the barrel of a football season without ESPN?
Well, I think they already are, but maybe that'll drive it home.
Yeah. So you think that this is an issue that won't, because other times there's been, this isn't the first time a
of course.
network.
And that's why again, it's not like, as you said, this isn't the first time that this has happened.
Right.
There is a belief that Spectrum is not only willing to go all the way and say, we don't care, then don't do it. Because, again, doing an abstract P&L here, if Spectrum is paying $2.2 billion to Disney, and let's say they're only, for the sake of math, I'll just say they're only bringing in $2 billion off of that, and therefore they have a loss of $200 million. And I have no idea what their losses are, but just for the sake of the conversation, if their thought process is we're going to lose $100 million because we're going to lose customers, but we're not going to be spending that $2.2 billion, then they've actually, quote unquote, saved money, because they would lose $200 million if they did the deal. And that, again, I'm assigning dollar figures that I do not know, but their overall thesis is we're going to lose money, but we're not going to lose as much by having subscribers cancel because we don't have Disney.
Yeah.
We would lose more if we gave them $2.2 billion, which is what historically they have done.
Right. And that totally makes sense to me. And I'm like asking you like you're the head of Spectrum. I'm not.
I'm in talks. The board is interested in bringing me on board.
The HD2 to network conglomerate head.
And 1 hour midday.
That pipeline is strong. What I would say is I agree that like you don't want to pay ESPN and lose money. But if you're losing customers, you would assumingly be losing customers for the long run. And so you're 2024,
I would agree, although,
2025.
how many different ones, not you, but I have been, in the last 5 years, I've been on DirecTV, which is now AT&T Uverse.
Right.
I had been on AT&T Uverse like a decade ago, but I lived in a building that only provided that. Spectrum, and now YouTube TV.
Yeah. Yeah, so things can change quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I'm bouncing around like a promiscuous little boy.
Aren't you a promiscuous little boy?
Thank you.
And I think the days of contracts are kind of behind us too, so it's not like so people aren't like pigeonholed into a deal for so long.
It's an incredible headache.
Right.
But some of these places are talking about just getting away from video. Charter talking about getting away from video.
I saw that. Yeah. Yes. Marshawn mentions that. He also mentions that if you want to cancel your video service with Spectrum,
you'll be on hold for a little while.
You'll have a long wait. But if you want to add options, if you want to add more channels,
what happens?
That can be done instantly online. If you want to pay them more money, you can do that instantly. If you want to keep and save your money and lose Spectrum.
So let me cut to the quick, because we only have an hour and we might have a deep dive for the ages.
Sure.
We've got this predictionary thing, and everybody's talking about it. It's unbelievable. You got to put down, for you, your standard unit size in 2023 is $25,000.
Right, yeah.
You got to bet one unit, $25,000, on whether or not Spectrum customers will be able to watch Monday Night Football on Charter Spectrum, Spectrum Charter, whatever, on Monday night. Where are you putting that unit?
Even odds, I am taking that they will not be watching.
I agree with you.
On Spectrum.
I agree with you.
I hope to be wrong. I hope to lose $25,000 because I can make it back real quick.
Right. I mean, that's nothing.
Right. Well, then you just bet on the Jets. But I don't think that will be the case. I hope that Marshawn's inclination is correct, that this could be what turns it. But if it isn't, like if this doesn't do it, then yeah, I think Spectrum customers, if they're going to want to watch ESPN, are probably going to be looking for different options come Tuesday.
I'll give your thoughts. 314-399-9646, Air Comfort Service text line. And we're giving away Jason Aldean tickets. The concert coming up on September 15th. And whichever text we use for our deep dive requests, you get the tickets. And you can also participate in the fun and games in the YouTube channel. Balloon Party now live streaming on the 101 ESPN YouTube channel. Subscribe to 101 ESPN on YouTube and participate in the fun and games. William Crawford is in the YouTube chat and he says, I'm playing hooky tomorrow. Nothing new.
Oh, but we're doing a 3-hour show.
Right. My main job is TMA.
Right. For the
that's what I do.
Right. So, like, we're doing a 3-hour presentation.
Right.
So, hooky would not.
And so I can't do the show. I'd be happy to do the show from Norwood Hills.
Right.
However, Jackson, you operate the show, and you'll be on site at Norwood Hills, so you can't run the board from Norwood Hills.
Right. And honestly, live remotes give me my stomach put in a knot. So, doing two live remotes. Oh,
do they really?
God, yeah. I'm nervous as hell. Always. Anytime we do a live remote.
Really? I didn't know that.
So much can go wrong.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to be fine. Hey, look at me. You're a beautiful baby boy. I want you to know that.
Thank you.
And that's coming from a beautiful baby boy.
Right. So it means
it's credible.
Special.
It's credible.
It's special. And I do. That does reassure me. But it's just anytime. It doesn't matter even if I'm fully confident that things will work. I'll still be nervous.
I like this from UPS Tony. I'll let you know when I hear from them. I don't know what that means, but
I hope that was meant for someone else and we got it. I like that. Oh, Ryder's pointing to himself.
Oh.
I don't know. Oh, I guess he was texting Ryder.
Oh, okay.
Ryder, your phone bill is going out.
They shut you off?
You're using the text line.
That burner phone?
You're using the text line now to text people? Good for you, Ryder. It's good resource management.
Yeah, that isn't bad. I'm telling my wife we don't need a phone anymore. We're just going to use the 101 text inbox. Jackson, let's see what time it is. All right, I'll break here. And that keeps me on time, even though I'm 2 minutes late for a break. For me, that's early. All right, I'm going to look in this Air Comfort Service tax line and see if there is a spark that lights a fire that turns into an inferno.
Yes.
And I'm willing to go deep diving.
Love it. I love a good deep dive.
Any topic is welcome. And then you win the Jason Aldean tickets. We'll do that coming up. Plus, we have the Lil Piddles Half and Half, which is brought to you by Angry Beaver. This is Balloon Party, driven by Munganess, St. Louis Acura, and Alton Toyota on 101 ESPN and on YouTube.
Join 101 ESPN for Blues and Brews on Friday evening, September 22nd at the Anheuser-Busch Brewery. Get fired up for the blues season at this outdoor street party featuring live music from country music star Chris Lane and local blues musician Marquise Knox. Plus appearances by blues players and alumni, food trucks, 101 giveaways, and more. Tickets are on sale now for Blues and Brews presented by Bud Light, 101 ESPN and 92.3 WIL. Get all the details at 101ESPN.com.
Okay, so you filed your taxes this year, but you know you have past IRS issues. And now the IRS letters are coming. Hi, this is Lance Story with the Lance Story Law Firm. Don't ignore those IRS letters. They're important and give you rights and deadlines to defend yourself. Waiting could cause you to lose those rights. Call the Lance Story Law Firm now and let us help you get ahead of the IRS and defend your rights while you still have time. The Lance Story Law Firm is located here in St. Louis, so take the first step and hire a tax resolution attorney. We've made it super easy to schedule your free consultation in person, or you can do a phone call and save travel time. Remember, IRS problems are legal problems. So before you send money to some out-of-town, high-pressure salesperson, give us a call at the Lance Story Law Firm. Call today at 314-238-7360. That's 314-238-7360, or go visit LanceDruryLaw.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
having an issue with the Air Comfort Service text line during the commercial break. And a person texted in. I was looking for deep dives. For some reason on my laptop, like about half of them weren't loading. But they're opening on you're on the 101 ESPN studio desktop.
Yes,
and they're all opening for you?
Yes, sir.
I wonder what the hell's going on. Either way, I saw this article in the Post-Dispatch. I sent a text back. I usually don't text back with the listeners. I think Randy does a lot of texting back with the listeners.
Yeah, I think some other shows they engage.
I'm happy to do it, but what can you say to you suck?
Right. Provide evidence to the contrary?
No, I was like, I agree.
Right.
But somebody sent in the Cardinal spring training in Jupiter is now in jeopardy. Now, I had seen an article written by Derek Gould in the St. Louis Post-Dispatch on August 28th. The plan was the moment the Cardinals and Marlins left the complex this year is they were going to tear that whole thing down and rebuild it. It is 25 years old, which in spring training terms, especially with the Nationals and Astros having their new complex right down the road, it's outdated. But because it was not approved by City Council until like a month ago, they're now pushing that back. So I was texting back with a listener, and he sent this story about the renovations. So that is correct. They're going to start the renovations. They're just going to start them now after the 2024 spring training, but the Cardinals will still be in Jupiter.
Cool.
Next year. So there you go.
Love it. Love Jupiter. It's the only spot I've ever known where the Cardinals to be.
Is that right?
Were they somewhere before?
St. Petersburg, back in the day.
I've been there
Al
too.
Lang Stadium.
Been there too. Yeah, I think if you were to like hand pick a better area of Florida to be in for the Cardinals, I don't know if you could do better than Jupiter, Florida.
Yeah, it's a nice area. That is for certain. Jackson, what is your next question? Unless you've spotted a deep dive, because I can't open up half the texts.
I can. I mean,
only. I mean, you know what makes my synapses fire. If you think there's going to be a rush of dopamine, then go ahead.
A lot of personal attacks on me.
On you?
Yeah.
Why? What did you do? You just don't know
exist.
The Winnipeg Jets are WPG.
Right.
But other than that.
Just someone saying, like, what are the top 10 things that Piddles can do to change about himself to be less of a loathsome soul?
Oh, no. Right. No.
Right. And I guess watching hockey would be the first one. But
are you looking forward to the hockey season? Okay.
Looking forward is such a strong term. Like, I'm looking forward to hoops in the winter.
Okay, are you looking forward to the Missouri basketball season?
Absolutely.
You notice the change in your baseline behavior?
Right, so I wouldn't...
it's easy for me to go, okay, I'm going to fire at the pot.
Right, well, I wouldn't use the term looking forward so haphazardly.
But you were able to answer, are you looking forward to Missouri basketball so quickly in the affirmative?
Because that's like the scale. That's like the definitive.
Right.
I know I'm looking forward to that. So if I'm looking forward to something more than Missouri basketball.
All right, you know the things that I enjoy, you know the things I don't enjoy. Fire the bullet at me now. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
I'm trying. Well, it's tough. I can't.
What's going on? I just asked, this is for you. Why are you looking at the computer?
Well, because that's where the texts are coming in
No,
from.
but I'm asking you a question. The texts at this moment, they're not relevant.
So you're asking what gets you going?
Well, I asked you a question. The question was, are you looking forward to the Blues season?
No.
My God. We can't put this witness on the stand. Just change your answer. The first answer was, well, it's so whatever arbitrary, or whatever it is, and then I believing that it wasn't really arbitrary. I then went to, are you looking forward to the Missouri basketball season? And instantaneously you said yes,
right?
Which I felt like damaged the credibility of looking forward to such an arbitrary. So what I'm saying is, you know the things that I like, you know the things that I don't like, so then ask me something that you think I would be looking forward to and something that I wouldn't.
Are you looking forward to tomorrow's game with the Chiefs and the Lions?
Probably so, because I'll build daily fantasy rosters.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
That'd be my reason. I don't have a real strong feeling on a bet, so I'll probably build daily fantasy rosters, and I'll probably lose some money. That's what'll happen tomorrow night.
Yeah. All right. Well, are you looking forward to the Blues season?
I am.
Nice.
I really am. Perhaps more so than in a really long time, but a lot of that is because I go to the games with my now 6-year-old son,
right?
And he loves going to the games, and he's been asking about it. And I love going to Blues games.
Yeah.
I don't know why I love going. I think, it's because of my son. That's why.
Sure.
And I can't wait till my younger son's older and I can take them all.
I also think it's going to be interesting to see how they bounce back from a lackluster season like last year. Like, I think seeing how they come.
So you are looking forward forward to it?
I'm looking forward to some of the storylines, and hockey season means hoop season, so obviously
it always goes back.
Looking forward to that. But yeah, I'm because I think we often compare and contrast Cardinals and Blues, especially their front offices, and seeing how the Blues will come back from a rough season and comparing that with how the Cardinals will come back in the spring of 24 will be a fun thought exercise.
Now, the Cardinals November and December is going to be a hell of a lot more intriguing than the Cardinals April through September.
Yeah, well, I would agree in terms of like how they build the roster.
What do you think I was talking about? A fuzzball tournament they were going to host?
If they're doing that, I'd like to be there. I don't know what fuzzball is.
Piddles, Tim is trying to have a conversation with you. Takes two to tango. It's from 618.
I should have taken my Adderall.
I agree.
I'm all over the place.
I couldn't believe what I was looking over at.
I thought you were asking me, give me something from the text line that would give me
no, I was asking you.
Okay. All right. Well,
I was trying to figure out if maybe I had a bad read on you. But it was pretty obvious. You're not looking forward to the Blues season. You are looking forward to Missouri basketball. And you know what? You're transparent with the audience. You know It's not a popular stance, especially on the home of the St. Louis Blues.
Right. Right. And it's not like Blues-centric that I'm not looking forward to. It's just hockey in general. Like, do with, do without. Doesn't really matter to me.
Right.
My father always says it takes up space in my newspaper.
That's what he says?
Yeah.
So your father's anti-hockey.
Well, we're just a basketball house, man.
But you can be both.
You can. It's tough, though. Winter sports.
Yeah, but I mean, I can watch the Blues, and I can be excited about watching a Missouri basketball game, too.
Yeah, my dad's from the middle of nowhere, Illinois. They didn't have hockey there. I
don't like when the family gets brought into it. If you're going to attack people, just attack us.
Yeah, don't attack Pop. But he's turning 70 on Monday. Happy birthday, Pop.
I know, and I played golf with him a couple months ago, and if you would have said, how old is your father, give or take a year, I would have gone 61, 62.
He'll love hearing that.
That's... You know I'm not BSing.
He's got a world-class head of hair, and he did not pass that down to his boy.
Yeah, but yours is trending right now. Your hair is trending.
We're doing good things.
Guys, so do I get this straight? Jackson hates Canadians. That's from the 618.
No, love Canadians, especially Jamie Rivers.
Wow, sounds like you're in fear.
No, we've established a partnership.
There's detente right now.
It's more of a treaty. It's, we're stronger together than against each other.
Wow, so it's an alliance.
Right, and he was the one who kind of pushed for it. I was looking to dig in.
Let's see. Jackson once said basketball players are the best athletes because they're tall and it's hard to dribble a ball that high.
I would have never said something so asinine. I would have never, ever, ever said something so asinine.
I was about to say, I feel like I would have jumped all over that had I heard it, and I don't recall it.
So dumb.
Do you have another question from the Little Piddles Angry Beaver half and half?
I actually do, Tim.
Okay.
It seems now that Brady Cook is the definitive QB1 in Columbia, Missouri, although it seemed like that before the pigskin was kicked on Thursday. Asking point blank, do you believe in the offense for Missouri with Cook under center? Do you think we will see another year of vanilla offense but competitive football games?
No, I am bullish on Missouri. Right. It's in vogue right now to be crapping on Missouri based on the game against South Dakota. They could have won 70-0. They could have won 35-10. I just didn't take much from that. I wasn't going to take much from that either way.
Right.
And so much will be determined based on the K-State game a week from Saturday in Columbia, 11 a.m. kickoff, unfortunately. Here's a little observation. I love college football. I don't know how that plays in St. Louis. Strikes me as a little surprising that it isn't. I feel like it's not as popular in St. Louis, but maybe I'm off the mark, so I'm going to go in a little college. Like, I understand golf not appealing to the masses. I play it. I don't talk about it much on the show. College football does appeal to the masses, but I don't feel like it's as popular in St. Louis for some reason as it is in other places. And then I'm not talking about just the South or Midwest. So with that all said, here's a little observation from a man who went undefeated with his wagers this weekend, and also was on the over on the Cubs and Giants last night and the Royals and the White Sox. Very conducive to hitting.
You're getting paid.
Yeah, things are going well. Here's what I got. LSU did not look good. Now, I don't know if that's because of Florida State or if it's because of LSU. I don't know. That's all I know. Florida did not look good, and people weren't real high on the Gators as it was.
Right.
In particular with new quarterback, and people were a little surprised that he got the gig in the first place, so they get shut down. But they got shut down by a good team in Utah on the road. And then South Carolina didn't look really good either. Point being that 3 of the games that are coming up on Missouri's schedule, maybe those games, 2 of the 3, which would be considered, I think, coin flips. I think that would be fair to say with South Carolina and Florida. LSU would be considered, I think, going into the season, you would say Missouri has a 12 to 15% chance of winning that game.
Yeah.
Is that about right?
Yep.
Maybe you give that a little higher probability now.
Sure.
Maybe LSU rights the ship. They lost to Florida State to start the season last year, and then they go on to win the SEC West. Hell, Florida State might be the best team in the country this year. I don't know. It's the first week of the season. But I'm just saying, trend-wise, you don't sit there and go, wow, Florida, South Carolina, and LSU look like they're world beaters. Mm-hmm. If anything, it all kind of went Missouri's direction. That's what I'm saying. But I'm bullish on Missouri, not necessarily because I think they're going to be some world-class team, but as we saw in week one, the schools that had a high retention of starters from last year into this year all had success. Almost all of them won straight up. And I'm talking about Florida State. I'm talking about Wyoming. That was a surprise. They were a 2-touchdown underdog to Texas Tech. I'm talking about Texas A&M. They beat New Mexico, but still, they put it on them. Toledo nearly beat Illinois. They had a high retention of starters. I would say there's a lot of value on Toledo coming up. I think Illinois is a good team, but Toledo hung with them, and Illinois had to complete that ridiculous 4th and 4 from Altmaier to Washington to win that thing. So with that all said, Missouri has that going in their favor. And if they can exit the month 4-1 or 5-0, I think some people who normally wouldn't be paying attention will start to pay attention, in part because that's when Brian Kelly and LSU will be coming to town on October 7th. So Brady Cook, fine. I'd like to see him be able to throw the ball downfield and open up the offense, and I don't know if that's something that they will do or not. I'm anxious to see here over the next couple of weeks. All right, I'll go back into the text inbox for deep dive requests. We have the Lil Piddles Half and Half as well. This is Balloon Party, driven by Munganast, St. Louis Acura, and Alton Toyota on 101 ESPN and on YouTube.
Hey, everybody. I'm here to talk to you about Circa Sportsbook, and there are two major contests going on right before the football season gets underway with $14 million in guaranteed prizes. Now, these contests close on September 9th at 2 p.m., so if you're heading out to Las Vegas, maybe for that first week of the NFL season, sign up before Saturday at 2 p.m. because you must register in person at Circa Sportsbook in Nevada, but weekly picks can be made through a proxy that you'll register with from anywhere. First up, the Circa Millions with $6 million in guaranteed prizes, $1,000 per entry, max of 5 entries per person. Pick 5 teams against the spread every week. Winner takes home $1 million. They also have the Circa Survivor with $8 million guaranteed to the winner or winners, $1,000 per entry, max of 10 entries per person. Pick one team straight up every week to win. If the team loses or ties, the entry is eliminated. You can only pick each team once in a season. Go 20-0 or be the last person standing to win. It's all going on right now at Circa Sportsbook.
If you're getting ready to sell your car, stop! Your car's value is at an all-time high, and hundreds of companies want to pay you less so they can make more. Get full retail value without the retail hassle at sellmycarstl.com. That's sellmycarstl.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements.
We are Under Law, your St. Louis legal powerhouse. Auto accidents, work injuries, pharmaceutical litigations, we do it all.
Under Law. Call 314 or 618-900,000 to learn more.
Another Club Car Wash is now open with a new location in St. Louis at 7350 Gravois Avenue. New members only. For a limited time, unlimited washes are just $10 a month for the first 3 months. ClubCarWash.com, the official car wash of the St. Louis Cardinals.
Join the club.
This is Action Jackson with a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. The Cardinals win yesterday over the Atlanta Braves. Final score 10-6. They will take on the Braves again tonight, 6:20 p.m. your first pitch. And the Connecticut Sun defeat the LA Sparks 90-76 behind Alyssa Thomas records her 6th triple-double and sets a WNBA single-season assist record. That was another Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
Right back to the balloon party with Tim McKernan live from the Car Shield studio on 101 ESPN.
That's my bad.
What, the WNBA update?
No, that was good. I forgot to put a bumper in. So we just came in bone dry. You proud of me yet, Ryder? No.
You're watching on YouTube, you just got to see a bottle toss.
Everyone's upset with me now.
Yep.
That's on me.
There's a lot of anger. Where's Good Morning Grant? Where's Rockio?
Oh,
where's T. Diddy? T. Diddy.
So much better than me. They would never have that happen.
I don't think they would, actually.
No, of course not.
And they love hockey. They love the Blues.
I know. What am I doing here?
Your answer to that question, 314-399-9646. You can win some Jason Aldean tickets. I got a bunch of, the WNBA scores, just, they're not well
Shout
received.
out Alyssa Thomas. Come on. Triple-double.
All right, we got a bunch of quick hitters. Guys, this is a non-sports topic, and I've made my career off that, but here on the 1 hour, I try to stick to sports, all right? Guys, can we do a deep dive into hair loss? I believe I heard you guys talking about a product to help prevent/restore. Might have been on your podcast, or maybe I have the wrong guys. Thanks. That's from Marsha's Burner. Well, Jackson, you're experiencing a true resurgence.
Kind of in the, trying to.
I really think you are,
Baby steps.
I really think you are.
I've had multiple.
I mean, you've lost 25 pounds in the last 9 months, and you got a full head of hair, and the ladies are saying, what's the word?
Yeah. I can't walk anywhere in this town without people tapping me on the shoulder and saying, what's the word?
Bottle service at Wheelhouse, how do you do?
Right. Sparklers galore.
Right.
That's what Mr. Sparkle is what they call me.
Your Insta is all lit up.
Yeah. I mean, just it's all about, you got to do something. Just sitting there and waiting is not the answer.
Why don't you tell Marsha's Burner what your deal is?
I work with a company, St. Louis Hair Restoration. They're very fine people. And I take this pill. It's finasteride. It's just the generic form of Propecia.
Which I started taking in 1998 and took all the way to 2006. And then for some reason, I was like, I'm not going to go back into television. This costs $90 a month. So I'm going to stop taking it. And then immediately my hair started falling out. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. So once you start on that, you best not stop. Once you start on that, you best not stop.
I got 15 months worth of product in my apartment, so I'm good. I'm good for the long haul. But yeah, it's just I take a pill every morning and I wear this little laser cap thing, and it's pretty easy. And it's consistency, doing it often. And then it's the idea, I really don't think I'll ever grow much fuller, but if I can keep what I have right now.
Hold serve.
I just want to hold serve.
All right. So Marsha's Burner. Hopefully Jackson helped you out. All right. Get this 140-yard 7-iron off the microphone. That's from the 714.
If anyone wants to go out and play me, because I hear a lot of talk about how far I hit
Jackson
my clubs.
is now challenging the listeners.
Golf is a sport that's scored by your amount of strokes you take, not how far you hit a certain iron. despite contrary belief.
So who are you going to play? You going to play the 714? Are you going to take them out to your home course, St. Louis Country Club?
People got quick lips. Let's see how quick your hands turn over.
With the listeners?
Yeah, I would.
I mean, if you're confident, then why not make some cash?
Just a light vetting process just to make sure everything's on the up and on the up. So that's a problem. But I would do it. Yeah. I mean, if people want to keep talking that mess, just know I'm here.
So you're ready to go against the 714?
Yeah. Where is that 714?
I feel like it's Louisville. I feel like I've talked about the 714. I mean, this is all. Listen, it's an 8-1 play. But for whatever reason, am I off?
I'm going to go Omaha, Nebraska.
Oh, I thought you looked it up.
No, I got it right here, right now. Oh, wow. Orange County.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we're starting to trend in Orange County. You think I was Demoff?
Yeah, well, I think, we do a lot of Angels talk, so.
Oh, to see Piddles with a laser cap and a yellow body diaper at the same time. That's from the 618.
It is a cummerbund, if anything. It was just a belt you wear in the ocean. They made me wear it. I can swim. And swim well. I'm a good swimmer.
Let's see what else we got here. Is this the new trend for college football teams? To bring in an ex-superstar with personality who can recruit and bring in good coaches, change the landscape of college football as we know it. It's from the 314. I understand the thought process. What I would tell you is I don't know who else would fall into the category of Deion Sanders.
Ray Lewis would be maybe. Big personality, super, like, all-world talent. But, yeah, I mean, even that is different, way different than Deion. He's the only one I could think that would be, like, in that category.
Yeah, you want to talk about the Louis baggage. That's other baggage.
Definitely. I'm just trying to, I don't think that there's, like, a clear-cut name.
That's what I'm saying. Deion Sanders is a one in a million. I mean, not only did he have the talent, but then he also had this star power. And I mean, this is the way that he's talked forever.
Right. It couldn't be just talent because, like, someone
you also have to have the willingness to work your ass off.
Oh my God!
You can't just show up and talk a big game.
No, it is.
I mean, he did this at Jackson State.
Right. Right. He got Travis Hunter to commit to Jackson State. This guy is going to be a first-round pick.
I mean, that's a real commitment. And the other thing is, as any former athlete would say, is, yeah, I mean, I want to do something, but I don't want to necessarily have to chase 16 and 17-year-old and 18-year-old kids around to get them to sign with my program and then have to monitor them. And then if somebody does something wrong that I have nothing to do with, but I got to take the blame for not having control of my program, that's not the way I want to spend my 40s and 50s.
No. It's a full-time job.
Yeah. Are you pulling for Colorado? I am so all. I'm pulling for Missouri. That's where my loyalties are.
Sure.
But next up, I assume, I don't know what my kid's sports situation is this weekend, but assuming I can do it, I will absolutely be watching Colorado and Nebraska, and I'll be pulling for Colorado.
Yeah, I am.
I'm anxious to see what happens on the bet. The number is only Colorado -3, and I would guess most of the money is now going to be an overreaction on Colorado.
Yeah.
Most of the bets, maybe not the money. And an overreaction on Nebraska losing, but Nebraska really was in a spot to win that game in Minnesota last Thursday. So, yeah, I'm in. I'm pulling for it. I love it. I love somebody coming in and going, yeah, what you're doing isn't working, and it might be unpopular, but screw it. This is what we got to do, and if you don't like it, leave. I don't really care, but I know how to win, and I'm going to build this, and they have empowered me to do it, and if you don't like it, attack me on social media, piss off. We're going to win. And then he goes out, and he does it. And maybe TCU isn't that great this year. Hell, I don't know. But at the very least, they were a 3-touchdown underdog, and they go in there, and they put up those kind of points. I love watching it. I love what he's doing. I'm so into it. And maybe by this time next week, it'll be like, oh, my God, Nebraska beat them 21-10.
Sure.
And it gets blown up.
Yeah.
At this point now, a lot of people will be pulling for Deion Sanders to fail. But I think a lot are invested and want to see it work.
Yeah, I know. I will be cheering for Colorado. Colorado is one of my top 3 non-SEC football locations I'd like to go to. Folsom Field in Colorado. I've always wanted to go see Folsom Field and see a game there.
It does look like a great spot.
And they've never, at least in my lifetime, haven't had a team that would be worth going to see. But I have a lot of friends.
Which is so amazing because when I was in school in the 90s, that was the program,
right,
along with Nebraska. Because Oklahoma actually had a down period of time. So in the Big 8, and then it became the Big 12, it was Colorado, the famed 5th down game.
Yeah, so Folsom Field is something I really want to go see, and Colorado, everything about it. I like Boulder's a beautiful town, and
you want sundresses at the Grove.
No, the top three non-SEC is Folsom Field, the Rose Bowl, and then Happy Valley. I'd like to go see those three. Those would be like my...
Those are nice plays.
Yeah. To Happy Valley, the whiteout game looks unbelievable.
Those are nice plays.
And like that, it's different than like what I know because I've only known Midwestern football and Southern football. Like going to see Northeast football would be something interesting to me.
Tim, Ed Reed was a failed experiment with Bethune-Cookman. That's correct.
Yeah. But Ed Reed's still like, again, on par with Deion's talent level, but his personality isn't
And I
there.
say respectfully, it's not a shot at Ed Reed because he's world class. But Deion Sanders, again, you're talking about a talent level that is Bo Jackson-esque because of the two sports, but also when he played football, you were watching the punt returns, you were watching him intercept and then the high step. I mean, it was a whole thing. And I mean, the 49ers, which were the equivalent to the Cardinals, with a 49ers way and the Cardinal way, they're going, we can't get past this Cowboys team. And Jerry Rice... he's bringing in Deion Sanders, who he did not like, and they did not get along. They had a big blowout fight during Super Bowl week before their game against the Chargers, and they ran him off the field because Deion's like, we can win. We're going to beat these guys by 25 points. We can go out and have fun. It's a personality thing along with the skill, and I think that resonates.
Oh, absolutely.
With younger people in particular. And then the key is he doesn't need it.
Right.
You know, and so he can run his offense and go, okay, fire me. I don't give a damn.
Right.
Doesn't matter. I'll go take my shop and set it up somewhere else. Doesn't matter. I don't need you. You need me. And that is when you can truly execute your program. All right, we'll take a break, come back with final segment of Balloon Party. This is YouTube and 101 ESPN, driven by Munganess, St. Louis Acura, and Alton Toyota.
Lowe's knows how to save pros time and money. Right now, save $50 on select DeWalt power tools. And there's more. Now through September 1st, earn 3 times the bonus points per dollar on reliable primed pine boards. Visit us in-store or online for more deals you can't beat. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. DeWalt offer valid 8/1 through 10/28. Bonus points calculated before taxes and fees after applicable discounts, if any. Valid through 9/1.
Make the Goodwill choice. Donate to Goodwill and help put people to work right here in St. Louis. And help yourself to a Lion's Choice famous roast beef sandwich. Clean out those closets and cabinets. Take your donations to Goodwill during the month of September, and you'll get a coupon for an original Lion's Choice roast beef sandwich, courtesy of Lion's Choice. Give hope. Give local. Give Goodwill. It's the right choice for Lion's Choice. Hurry. Supplies are limited. Get details at mersgoodwill.org.
Enjoy cold beverages, local food, kids' activities, and more. Tickets are on sale now with 100% of the proceeds going toward the Songs for Soldiers mission of helping combat veterans. Get more details on this year's Songs for Soldiers benefit concert at songsforsoldiersstl.org.
Yeah. Welcome back. Balloon Party 101 ESPN. Tim McKernan, Action Jackson with you. Jackson has challenged the listeners to a round of golf, and you're going to take them out to your home course, St. Louis Country Club. Have you selected the other three players in your foursome, and what will the stakes be?
Right. Text it in, and maybe we can line that up.
Oh, wow. So this is going to happen.
Probably won't be STLCC, Again, the vetting process, I don't know how it all goes, but...
Somebody says they clipped off the episode where you were saying basketball players are the most talented athletes because they dribble a basketball high.
No.
That's from the 636.
See, I listened to it. They misconstrued what I said. When you're that tall and you can pull off dribble moves that get around world-class defenders, that is a elite blend of athleticism and skill. And that was my point. So you can take it out of context, or you could say, oh, you meant this or that, but that's not what I meant. You can say, oh, Lil Piddles, he doesn't like hockey, he doesn't know this, he doesn't know that. But when it comes to hoop rock, played it my whole life.
Hoop rock.
And I like to think of myself as a decently intelligent human being. I know what I said, and I know what I meant.
Wow. This guy kind of means business today. You know what you are? You're all grown up, and you're all grown up.
I am all grown up.
You are all grown up.
About time.
Jackson, you have selected the winner of the Jason Aldean tickets. The deep dives, listen. Sometimes you don't know what gets my synapses going. You do, because you've been producing programs I do for, almost 3 years now.
Yeah, I've basically listened to every word you've uttered on broadcast for the last 3 years.
How rewarding is that? Do you feel like you should pay me for that?
Honestly,
a seminar. It's like a seminar.
Like give you like a little stipend, like here. This is for the effort.
Yeah, thanks for the effort. What text gets the Jason Aldean ticket? September 15th.
The person who asked about the new trend in college football, that ex-superstars in the NFL with personality who can recruit might be heading to college. So that's John from Arnold.
John from Arnold. Congratulations. You are going to see Jason Aldean September 15th at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. And you can also find a bonus chance to register to win tickets for those of you who did not win at 101ESPN.com or on your 101 mobile app. Let's see what we got here. Play the clip and let the people decide.
Do you really like to, all right.
Can you do that? I don't know.
Sure.
All right.
Also, 3 names that popped in my head as possible future coaches who kind of play right now.
Like in the Deion Sanders mold?
Yeah.
All right, what do you got?
Marshawn Lynch.
I don't see it.
J.J. Watt. And Travis Kelce.
I just don't see it. It's interesting. I don't see it with any of those 3.
It's going to be hard to like really like get that same level. Like Marshawn Lynch is a super personality and was a great player. J.J. Watt, similar, and a super elite player.
You know what Deion Sanders reminds me of when he's talking, even when he's like talking to the media? You know what he reminds me of?
Who?
You want to fire a guess? And this isn't an individual. It is a preacher. He makes people believe.
Yeah, that pregame speech he gave was unbelievable.
But he does this in general.
Yeah.
And psychologically, that has an impact on a person's ability. I really do believe that. But also their desire, and then also forming a cohesive unit that if you aren't part of it, then you're out. Mm-hmm. And so therefore there's a lot to that. It's not just air. Now, if you don't buy into it,
right,
then that's one thing. But the thing is, they obviously bought in. That's why I was so excited to watch the first quarter of that game. Because I wanted to see, is this just a bunch of hype? I didn't watch a lot of Jackson State football last year. I don't know, but I'm certainly intrigued. And I'm telling you, within the first series on offense and the first series on defense, I go, oh boy, this is a whole different thing. This guy's got something going. That's what I think. Now maybe it'll blow up after the first week, but I'm pulling for it to last. All right, you're gonna do your audio exhibit here. You're challenging this listener.
I'm fine with. I stick with what I said.
Okay, well, you're gonna let the listeners decide though. The open marketplace of ideas. John Stuart Mill.
I feel like it's just already played against me, but I'll play it anyways. Look at Giannis and tell me if you know if you can find
now we're activated. Now it happened.
Find a better.
Now it happened.
A blend of skill and athleticism in the world, and I'd be interested. Like if you could actually find someone with a better blend of athleticism and. Well, I guess that's.
Well, your editing just leaves a lot to be desired.
I didn't edit this. The listener sent it in. You get the idea. I was right. He was wrong.
I wanted to hear it. I feel like that was creative editing. It's like when the guy baited Tommy Pham in San Diego a couple weeks ago and then did some creative editing as he, quote, really hoped that he would get some help. And he tried to get him some help by blasting him on social media with an edited video. Are you editing this creatively, or was that the clip in its entirety that was sent to you?
They sent it on the text inbox, and I played it off of there. You're like looking around.
No further questions, Your Honor.
I played it off the text inbox. If it doesn't work, I can't do much about it.
That audio sounds worse than Jackson's takes. That's from the 618.
I didn't cut the clip.
But the clip was not cut that way.
Right. Like if I were to cut the clip, it would sound better.
Right. That brought us back to the old AM radio days right there. I'm like, it's like a warm blanket I had.
And it sounds way better than that on FM, too, so I don't know how that would have come out like that.
Lisa says, have a good afternoon.
Lisa. Well, that's what we needed right there.
You needed that. Oh. You needed that.
That was like the perfect crouton in the salad that is today's show. It's like we needed a little crunch, and thank you, Lisa.
The gentleman who sent it in said that clip should have been 30 seconds. I don't know what happened. August 16th, 13 minutes and 50 seconds in.
I'm just telling you that I played it. I don't know what you want from me. I didn't. If I said that, I didn't. I listened to the clip, and you're misconstruing what I said. But even if that was the case, it's just whatever, man. Defeated is me.
Well, Sharon's not a fan of mine, though.
Sharon? What'd we do?
Deion sounds like a preacher. Maybe that's because he was one for a while. Genius. That's from Sharon.
It's always a good way to indoctrinate yourself to people is call them names.
Well, Sharon's not a fan. And you know what I'm going to commit to here over the next...
Oh, there comes that thumb. A thumb and then you looking around for something.
I can't see over the computer.
Like
that's
a
the
meerkat.
entire issue. A meerkat. I am going to commit to winning Sharon over.
That'd be lovely. I want to win all the listeners over.
Do you really?
Nah, this is futile.
You can't come on the Blue station and say you're not looking forward to the Blue season. I'm just telling you.
So I should lie?
No, I'm just telling you, you can't win them over.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
That I agree with.
I am comfortable being hated.
Right.
And once you can get there, a little dangerous.
Very much so. Our guest on Friday has that going on. He don't care.
Who's our guest on Friday?
Gabe DeArmond.
Oh, the Colonel.
Yeah. Colonel Nirvana.
Colonel's got a different kind of thing. He's just... In a way, he's almost defeated.
That's one way to get there.
Yeah, but he's not angry defeated. He's like, whatever. I don't know.
Right. Right.
Yeah. I mean, like I asked him about Eli Drinkwitz taking him to task. He goes, yeah, I didn't really care.
I tell you, that's a good Nirvana.
Yeah, that's
a good
the
place
Colonel.
to be.
He's brought to you by James Carlton every Friday here on Balloon Party. BK and Ferrario are coming up next. For Action Jackson, I'm Tim McKernan. This has been Balloon Party, driven by Munganess, St. Louis Acura, and Alton Toyota on 101 ESPN and on YouTube. Munganess, St. Louis Acura, Alton Toyota, presenting sponsor of Balloon Party on 101 ESPN, and also the place that I go to get my family's cars, stlouisacura.com and altontoyota.com. That's where you can go shopping right now and see the incredible selection they have of both new and pre-owned vehicles. And even if you didn't get your car from Munganess, St. Louis Acura, Alton Toyota, get your car serviced at Munganess, St. Louis Acura, and Alton Toyota. And they give out a number that's secret for the listeners, 314-252-0029. That's 314-252-0029. It's Munganess, St. Louis Acura, and Alton Toyota. Communicate directly with the wonderful people such as Jamie Burkhardt, Clayton Patterson, Peter Munganess, all people I know and all people I have done business with and all people I recommend to you, our listeners. It's Munganess, St. Louis Acura, and Alton Toyota. Online at stlouisacura.com or altontoyota.com, or call or text the secret number just for our listeners, 314-252-0029.